Right, we are back in Final Fantasy 16. Apparently the DLC dropped, and I was unaware until yesterday. Which I think it dropped yesterday, if not the day before, but I wasn't prepared for it, and it's been a while since we played this. They actually did have some other DLC, as you can tell there is some new costumes, and we're gonna try them all out. Torgal looks different, Joshua looks different, and Jill does wherever she is right now. She's probably in the bedroom or whatever it is. So this is actually New Game Plus from when I was last seen on video, I guess. So I replayed the game again just to see if there was anything else, and the only thing I really got was the ultimate weapon, which I will show off somewhere. It's maybe a bit of a slow start because I'm not going to remember what the hell I'm doing or how to even play this game. So this is taking place right before we go and do the last part of the game. So the last fight. So yeah, we have ultimate weapon. His word was that first, so shall it be the last. Sure. I don't really remember what we're wearing. I'll just assume that this is probably the best. Do I not have a red? Oh, that is red. Why is it yellow? But red. Oh no, it is a yellow. So these two are like red, whatever that rarity means. But this one's not. I don't know if I did everything. I don't remember if there's some gear I didn't get. But I'm sure it doesn't matter. But yeah, this is what the ultimate weapon looks like for Clive. It's fine, I guess. It's like crystal in it and stuff. But with this DLC, we also got some other weapons. This way we can change the appearance. That's what Jill looks like. Joshua, from that to this. Torgal, best boy. And even Ambrosia gets some armor. But the thing we're interested in is the weapon section. So you can get your weapon to look like any of the weapons, basically. So if you like the way a certain weapon looked, like this is a pretty cool looking weapon. So is this. So is that. Katana, if you wanted to have a katana. You could select it to look like whatever you want. But since this is DLC, we have a few added stuff. We have... So the Braveheart was in originally, or at least in this version that I got, I guess. I don't know if it's in every version, but Braveheart is a reference to the first game as the Warrior of Light's weapon, I think. Or at least it's in the cinematic. I don't think it's actually in the game, is it? And then we got the Onion Sword, which I think is a reference to Final Fantasy II, which I've never played. So, who knows? That's what I assume. It says, taking up this radiant blade of gold and turquoise is one in one's hand invokes strange yet familiar images of 4 homespun youths on a journey to quench the coming darkness. But then we also have the Buster Sword. Taking up this cold, unassuming steel in one's hand invokes strange yet familiar images of friendship and rivalry, love and loss, while the notches along its blade speak of hardship immeasurable. And I think we've got to use this for this DLC, right? So let's see what that looks like. Nice. Get a bit of Cloud in this Final Fantasy 16. And you can also hear the music in the background, which is also part of this DLC. This is Away, 1987. Acquired with the Echoes of the Fallen DLC, which is what we're playing. So Away is the song that plays at the very beginning of the game. When you're like fighting Phoenix and stuff. I think it's actually plays whenever you're playing as Phoenix as well. So yeah, that is it. We are, I guess, ready to go. We can see we've got a new quest from Sharon. Is that her name? Which will lead us to the DLC, I guess. Are we ready?
Still alive, are ya?
Echoes of the Fallen.
Is something the matter, Karen? You seem perturbed.
Do I now? How clever of you to notice. But yes, something's come to my attention, and I'll be damned if I know what to make of it.
Go on.
Go on.
It's probably quicker if I just show you. Here.
Some sort of crystal. Though, I don't remember seeing one that colour before.
Aye, well, that makes two of us. In all my long years of trading, both over and under the counter, I've never seen anything quite like it. They're calling them dusk crystals, on account of colour.
I see. And they could be used to cast magics.
That they can. Just like their brighter, shinier cousins. Difference is, they don't last as long. After a couple of goes lighting your pie, they crumble away to nothing. That's how I heard about them. From crystal traders moaning that someone's been flooding the market with dodgy goods. And after asking the right people the right questions, and paying the right price, of course, I managed to get my hands on a sample.
I see why you're perturbed.
I hope. Do you feel that, Clive?
Yes.
Meanwhile, the Imperial Fringes.
All right, lads, that'll do for today. I said that'll do for today.
Yes, Chief. Yes, Chief.
Let's get this lot back to town, fill our purses and then our bellies. What did you two do now?
Please tell us you bought another lantern.
Stay calm, both of you. Who needs a lantern when you've got one of these? All that work for a single spark. Well, there'll be no more sampling the merchandise today.
That sounded close, Chief. Really close. Really, really close.
Now, lads, what am I always telling you? Good things come to those who run.
Wait for us, Chief!
I've never felt a tremor this far inland before.
Me neither. But then I'd never seen skies like these till a few moons ago, and it's been all change ever since. Come to think of it, the first anyone ever heard of these dust crystals was after you lot came back from the Dominion and brought this bloody weather with you.
Do you think the two things are connected?
Who knows? Could just be that with Drake's tail gone, the black market was running short of the good stuff. The Dominion's mines were the only source of new shards left in Storm after a certain evil outlaw decided to do away with the other mothers. And with the price of decent crystals going through the roof, traders turned to dealing in stuff they'd never have touched before.
The question is, who's selling these crystals and where are they? Wait. This color. They couldn't be from Origin, could they? No, that wouldn't make sense. I saw it form in the sky, and that was long after we returned from the Dominion. But if they didn't come from Origin or any of the other mother crystals, then... does that mean...
That you missed one? Aye. That were my thinking, any road. Another mother crystal we didn't know about.
I'll speak with Joshua. If you're right about this, we need to find it.
And quick, I'd say. On account of which, I'll take this shard over to Tomes for you. Get him to give it a once-over, case it rings any bells.
Right. Thank you.
And I expect you'll be wanting Jill's help with this too.
Right again. I will. Let me go and find Joshua, and we'll meet you in the shelves.
Quest accepted. Echoes of the Fallen. We got a trophy. Crystal Darkly. Chasing the Echoes. Quest destinations for Echoes of the Fallen are indicated with a purple mark, I guess. After accepting the quest, current objectives are displayed in the to-do list on the right-hand side of the screen. These will temporarily replace main scenario objectives. Prioritizing the Echoes. If you wish to restore the main scenario objectives to the do list, you can do so in the Journal tab of the main menu. So, based on the title and what we've just seen, I get the feeling we're going to learn more about the ruins that have been lying around everywhere that were apparently in the sky at one point. I guess this ship is one, right, as well. There's some of it. We've been into some of the ruins before, and I think we're going to be going, if I had to guess, into that door that we couldn't get through near... God, I don't remember the name of everything. Clive's hometown, basically. If I had to guess, that's where we're going. Hey, Joshua.
Joshua, we need to talk. Karen's caught wind of something that I don't think we can afford to ignore.
Aye, that is troubling. Not least because the Undying made no mention of these dusk crystals in any of their recent reports.
So they weren't aware of them either.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they merely deemed them unworthy of my attention. Wrongly, I might add, for I am inclined to share Lady Karen's misgivings.
Then we'd better take her advice and consult Harpocrates forthwith.
To the shelves, then. With our combined insight, I'm sure we'll discern something of use, be it no more than a place to start.
Let's hope so.
There you are. I've taken the liberty of telling these two everything I told you.
Thank you, Karen.
It's hard to believe such a lusterless shard could conjure much of anything. And you truly think this came from a mother crystal? One we never knew existed?
Every other shard in the Twins did. Why should these dusk crystals be any different? Dim though they may be.
We know they first appeared on the black market shortly after Ultima Car's primogenesis, darkening the skies. So might the two be connected? Could the spell have created a new mother crystal, perhaps? A replacement for the ones we destroyed?
What do you think, Harpocrates?
I think there may well be a connection. Yet, if we are to believe that the original mother crystals were of Ultima's making, does it seem likely that he would have need of anything so palpably inferior? No. I hazard that it was not Ultima who created these crystals, but humanity. More specifically, our fallen forebears, whose wonders litter the land even now. Legend holds that the fallen challenged the gods in order to win their power, and came tantalizingly close to doing so. It seems only reasonable that they should wish to learn the secrets of the crystals which the gods bestowed upon them.
So they could make their own.
Precisely. You may recall that the tale of the sins of Zemeckis begins with the Colloquy of the Sages, a council wherein humanity sought to uncover the last secrets of the gods before waging their war to learn what little remained. It is perfectly possible that an understanding of how to craft crystals was among their many achievements.
Among their many achievements prior to their fall.
Indeed. The same enlightened souls forged great and terrible weapons called the Iconoclasts, from which icons derived their name, and turned them against each other in the Magitech War. A pointless conflict which served only to make its victors more confident of their right to supplant the gods on high. And when at last they ventured to do so, the resultant imbalance in the ether is said to have been so great that the skies themselves turned black and began to boil. The first recorded Arcade sky, I suspect. Which brings us back to the matter at hand. It is my belief that these shards are the product of a long-slumbering Magitech mother crystal, stirred to life by a similar etheric upheaval to the one which accompanied its creator's fall.
There's only one way to know for sure. We track down whoever's selling them and find their source. Karen, where did you buy this one?
Down in Port Isolde when I was scratching around for supplies. Since the Imperials buggered off and took the tariffs with them, you can find all sorts of interesting stuff on the docks. Go and have a chat with the mercenaries guarding the gates. Your uncle's got some good lads there. You know when to keep a watchful eye and when to turn a blind one. Oh, and take the crystal with you. Might be your key to the underworld.
Thank you. I will.
Shall we then, brother?
I'm coming too. If there is another Mother Crystal out there and it's anything like the others, you'll need all the help you can get.
I was hoping you'd say that. One more time then. Together.
Until the next DLC. Which is called something to do with tides. Which I'm guessing is going to have Leviathan in it. Because it's based on that random crystal out in the middle of the ocean that we've seen. But it's never been mentioned. Right, wait for Port Isolde. Because I remember where that is. Hell, I don't really even remember how to do anything in this. How do I fast travel? Can I fast travel? Oh, okay, so this is going to show me. Combat should be interesting because I'm not going to remember how to play. But I guess we'll find out. Well, let's go.
Samuel, slow down! Not bloody likely!
Fuck me. They're fast on their feet. What's going on here, I wonder?
What indeed? Let's ask.
You've reached a pivotal moment in the Echoes of the Fallen. If you continue, you will not be able to return.
Excuse me. Who were those men just now?
Bloody troublemakers, that's who. As soon as I asked them to present their packs for inspection, they turned white as a sheet and legged it. I chased them all away from the gates, but they're swift as hares. Still, at least we kept the bastards out. Don't need their kind stirring up any more strife.
And what manner of strife have they been stirring up exactly?
Hey? Are you joking? This business with the crystals?
Sorry, we've been away for a while. What's been going on?
Alright, I'll humor you. After the paltry rations the Imperials left behind dried up, folks started trading crystals out in the open. We turned a blind eye at first. Lord Byron's orders. Way he saw it, it weren't right to deny people the one thing they were all clamoring for. Till the dust started turning up, that is. Dusk crystals, they're called. Ill-favored shards that crack as soon as you look at them. Not that the folk who bought them by the bucket load knew that. And they were baying for blood when they found out. In the end, his lordship had to step in and ban the blasted things. And we've been searching the pack of every trader who's darkened our gates ever since.
I see. And you think the men you were pursuing might have been trading in these dusk crystals?
Why? You're in the market for some. Anyway, I wouldn't rule it out. In fact, I put a few gil on it.
We might still be able to catch them.
We might.
If you are heading up that way, you'll want to keep your sword handy. There's more than dodgy traders plying the roads these days.
Understood. We'll be careful.
If those men were selling dusk crystals, I think it unlikely that they will risk returning to Port Isolde.
Which means this might be our only chance of catching them.
Alright, let's just refresh my memory. Jump. Shoot, basically. And then we switch. Right, that's the hold that button to do the different abilities. What abilities did I have set up in the end here? Wind up. Right, it's the Titan one. Don't remember what that's called. Will of Wikes, is that how you pronounce that? Right, that's how we switch. Judgment Bolt, Diamond Dust, which is my staggering abilities, I think. And then Dancing Steel, great for just murdering everything. And Giga Flare. Okay, we'll see how that goes. We've got potions and stuff down at the bottom left on the D-pad. Let's go and buy a crab, shall we? Got a lock on. Is that a thing? Gotta remember to charge that, right? Right, we got Garuda's Arm of Darkness. And then Cold Snap. So this is the dodge that you can tend to be pretty good, because if you time it right, you can freeze them for a good while.
We're not alone.
Yeah, okay. How do I... There we go. Away! How do I go fast? There we go. It has been a while. So I'm probably going to get murdered fairly often. Depending on how difficult this is. Plus we're in New Game Plus, so I guess things are slightly harder, maybe?
Where are they?
Still some distance ahead, I'd wager. They were making a good pace.
There's another one.
Still no sign of those traders, though.
No. I just hope we haven't lost them.
These blimmin' tremors are scaring off all our customers.
The few that weren't scared off by the skies, you mean?
Perhaps one of those merchants has seen something.
Forgive me, but did you happen to see 3 men in robes pass this way?
Yeah, I seen them. Poor bastards.
What do you mean?
A gang of nasty-looking brutes was on their trail.
Caught up with them just up the road, screaming at them they were. Your crystals or your lives and all that. Only the daft buggers kept their crystals and legged it.
In which direction, out of interest?
Up that way.
Towards the Old Hill docks. If it's help they seek there, they won't find any. But perhaps they might find a place to hide.
Let's hope so. And then we can find them before their pursuers do. Thank you. And please, take care on the road. Come on. They're no good to us dead.
Lead the way, brother.
Away!
Turn the whole place upside down if you have to. They're here somewhere.
So the bandits haven't found them either. There's still time.
Should we not just go kill all the bandits? Would that not be easier? Oh, we can now.
Garuda! Sir! Lord Rosfield sent his sellswords, did he?
Oh, lock on. There we go. Cross dodge. Oh, one.
It's a war with brigands, brother.
You're right. Let's focus on finding the traitors.
I don't know where they are. They could be anywhere. Oh, maybe they're here.
Don't think I can go on. Chief, maybe. I'll read. This should be far enough. Chief? They've found us. It's getting so a man can't even catch his fucking breath.
Gentlemen, a word. We understand you've been selling some crystals.
And like I told your thieving mates, you're not fucking getting them. So you can take your massive sword and shove it.
I'm sure I could, but we're not thieves.
Over here. I can smell the one who shat himself.
If you've got a plan, Chief. Tell us you've got a plan. Of course I've got a bloody plan. Good things and all that. Let's start again, shall we? You say you're interested in the crystal trade?
Not exactly. In actual fact, we were hoping to talk about this.
Is that all? Well, then I know just how to help. If you're after the short shifter, he's over here!
Are you mad?
Slippery little pricks. Clinkers on the ground, quick as you like.
Gentlemen, you've got it all wrong. Do we look like merchants? He's the one you want. Just look at what he's got in his hand.
What? Him?
Wait, I'm not.
Who cares? They're nobodies. We're Ifrit, and Phoenix, and Shiver. These are just some fucking thieves. Fuck them up.
They won't get far, Clive.
No. But they'll wish they had.
I mean, I might not fuck them up, but I'll try.
I'll carve you like a suckling pig and feed you to your
Blah, blah, blah. Anyone still in the radius here?
Kind of you to think of him.
Keep forgetting I have to charge that one. Wait, doesn't this just kill them all? Not this one, but the ultimate for this thing. It charges up to max. Just like wipes everybody out. There we go, that one move takes you up to full. And then we activate this, we hold the button, and everyone dies. It's all coming back to me. Hey, we leveled up. 85.
Did you see which way they went?
North. Making for 3 reads at a guess. After them. If they reach the swamps, we'll never pick up their trail.
Back on the old chocobo.
Good girl. There was something odd about those 3. They seemed less like merchants and more like...
charlatans? One might argue that a merchant is naught but a mummer without his motley.
Then why am I not amused?
Big horns.
Easy. What did he find, boy?
Clive, judging by the state of the ground, a lot more passed this way than our 3 charlatans.
Another group of bandits.
I doubt they'd leave this crystal behind. Regardless, we're on the right track. Let's pick up the pace.
I'm guessing we're going to end up at that door, which is like near that tower. Back on again.
Come on. They wouldn't risk stopping at Martha's Rest, would they?
Not if they hope to pass unnoticed.
Then we'd better stick to the swamps.
Which way am I going? Oh, this way.
Quiet.
Another way, crabs. There they are, look.
Then think again.
Fuck. Persistent bastards, I'll give them that. Friends, I knew those louts were no match for you.
But of course you did. Because you know what we're capable of, don't you? Now, you deal in crystal. Dusk crystal. And we want to know where you got it. So you're going to tell us.
Let's assume for a moment that we are the merchants you're looking for. Why would we tell you where we procure our stock? What kind of shepherd leads a wolf straight?
Are they getting worse?
Clive, the tower.
That's new.
That's impossible.
Yeah, Chief. Do you think someone else got into the tower?
Quiet, you daft sod!
And what would they find there if they did?
I wouldn't know. I've never been there. Echoes, maybe? Or fallen rubbish? I really couldn't say. The entrance is sealed tight. No way in.
And how would you know that? If you've never been there?
Look! Behind you! An Akashic monster!
If you think I'm going to fall for another one of your cheap tricks...
Clive, trouble.
What? Oh.
Wait, don't you dare!
I don't think Martha would appreciate that thing on her doorstep.
Probably not. Let them run then. I have an idea where they'll be heading anyway.
See if we can deal with a bighorn, huh? Let's see if we're still overpowered as I remember. So he's brought friends though. And you dare. Ooh. Remember how to dodge. Which is this. Just deal with the riffraff. Oh. I mean, we do have like this, right? This is the limit break. Might as well build this back up. I think there's some more riffraff in the background. There we go. At least they're easing me into combat, not throwing like a boss straight at me, because that would probably be bad.
Well, that was ill-timed.
But at least we know what was chasing the merchants.
That's twice we've saved them now.
I don't see anyone.
I've had enough of bandits and beasts, Chief. Can't we just go home?
And let those thieving pricks march in and take what's ours?
What's ours? Oh, no. You don't mean...
The Dusk Crystals, aye. Halleck? Marnik? We're going back to that tower if it's the last thing we do.
But the lights, Chief. What about the lights?
First you whine about it being too dark, then you whine about it being too light. Think about how easy it'll be to mine now.
And you're sure they're bound for the tower? When they aren't running away from trouble, they're running towards it.
Do you know anything of the place, Joshua?
Alas, not. I have seen it labeled Sage Spire on some maps, but beyond that, the ruins are no different from any other fallen derelict. Another impenetrable relic of the past.
Not so impenetrable, apparently. Our friends plainly found a way in.
They could be living there, like we do in the Invincible.
Well, the tower is unquestionably large enough to hide 3 merchants. But is it large enough to hide what we seek?
A Mother Crystal.
It would go some way to explain why the area was among the first in Rosaria to fall to the Blight.
Then it's settled. We head to Eastpool and make our approach from the dim. To think there could have been a Mother Crystal here in Rosaria all this time. The wars that could have been avoided.
We still don't know what's in there, Clive. But whatever it is, there is a good reason it has gone unnoticed for so long. The tower sits atop a jagged ridge. Few have ever had occasion to pick their way through the rocks, even before the Blight swallowed them.
I feel like the merchants are forgetting that there's evidently a monster in there because they run from it. And if I had to guess, based on what it looked like, and what little we saw, we haven't fought like an ultimate weapon or an Omega weapon. Did we fight an ultimate weapon? I don't think we did we? I don't know. I forget. But maybe Omega weapon or something in there? Right, can we just fast travel? Should we go to Eastpool? Probably be faster to just go here though, right? The dim.
Goblins? What are they doing in the Deadlands?
They look different.
Look what they're carrying. I don't recall ever hearing of goblins using fallen relics as weapons.
Well,
We've seen
unwelcoming gifts.
Goblins before, right? These aren't the goblins we've seen.
Remember where we are.
No magic. Right.
Oh yeah. Something I keep forgetting. I keep realizing that there's no subtitles on for whatever reason. Which I will put on now. If I remember where it is. There we go.
They're even uglier up close.
Can't use my fancy Odin sword thing. I keep wanting to dodge with A. Or X. I'm gonna charge my sword. Does make combat very basic, doesn't it? Oh God, right? Oop.
Let's hope that was the last of them.
Indeed. I'd almost forgotten what it was like to have to rely on steel alone.
Clive? Joe? You may want to see this.
What?
What indeed? Do we have a bestiary? I forget how this works. Can you do that from the their home base? I think you can, right? You have to speak to tomes. What were the things that we fought at the very beginning of the game? Weren't they goblins? I just wonder why they looked so different.
It was open when I found it.
Someone was in a hurry. 3 guesses as to who.
Then this must be their way into the tower.
There's only one way to find out.